Hello and welcome to marketing91.com. In this video, we are going to cover the topic on customer database and database marketing. Let's start with the introduction to customer database. An orderly collection of detailed knowledge about individual customers or prospective customers is called a customer database. This information is always up to date, available and usable. It proves to be a crucial collection of information for generation of a lead, qualification of a lead, sales of products or services, or for maintaining relationships with customers. This database of customer information is collected through transactions of customers, the information registered by them, telephone queries, cookies, and all other types of contacts with customers. Moving on, ideally, a thorough customer database will also contain, first, information about the past purchases of a customer, the demographics like age, income, family members, birthdays, psychographics like interest, opinion and activities, media graphics which is your preferred media content, and all other useful information. Moving on to data warehouse and data mining. A company's contact center collects data from the customer. This data is then arranged into a data warehouse. Data warehouse helps marketers to seize, question and examine the information in order for them to make assumptions about a sole customer's requirements and reactions. Data mining uses advanced statistical and arithmetical techniques. Some of the techniques used are cluster analysis, automatic interaction detection, predictive modeling, and neural networking. Now moving on to database marketing. The procedure of establishing, preserving, and utilizing customer databases and other products, suppliers, or resellers' databases with the intention to connect with, carry out, and construct relationships with customers is called database marketing. It is a direct form of marketing. This form of marketing uses the information of customers to create carefully selected lists for direct communications of marketing. Now moving on to the advantages of database marketing. First, to distinguish potential customers, numerous companies create sales lead by advertising their products or services. These adverts sometimes include a type of response feature. The response feature could be anything like a link to a homepage, a toll-free phone number to contact on, or a business reply card. Customer reactions from these response feature help in creating a database. Next, to help decide which proposal should be presented to which customer. Companies wanting to sell, upsell, and cross-sell products and services line up the indicators that would describe the perfect target customer for a specific order. These indicators are then run through the database to find out all the customers that come closest to the idea of the perfect target customer. Companies can improve the precision of targeting by recording response rates. Moving on to the third, to intensify the loyalty a customer feels towards the company or brand. Companies should remember customer preferences. Gifts, discount coupons, and reading material should be sent according to their preferences. These actions help in building interest and enthusiasm in the customer. Next, to reactivate the purchases of customer. Automatic marketing or automatic mailing programs use information databases to the fullest extent. It helps in sending out personalized birthday or anniversary cards, reminders for holiday shopping, or promotions during the off-season. The database also helps the company make lucrative or well-timed offers to the customers, which can help in increasing the sale. Next, decide the best channel and the best time to engage customers. Wastage of time and money of the campaign can be saved by not indulging with the customers who are unlikely to respond. This helps in improving the effectiveness of marketing. Next, aids the sales staff. The support staff, having a 360-degree view of the interactions between the customer and the brand, assists in refining the customer service provided. Now moving on to the challenges of database marketing. The first, decomposition of data. A profile becomes outdated every time a customer or a prospective customer changes their name, moves to a new address, gets a new email ID, changes their job, or earns a promotion, etc. Even a skillfully administered database decomposes at an average 2 to 3% each month. This math could sum up to about 1/3 of your data ending up as invalid. Next, the accuracy of the data. Sometimes we do not receive correct information from the customers. The database can be usually impacted by incomplete information, typing mistakes, and handwriting illegibility. Third, acting on customer data well in time. The collection and analysis of data is just the final step in the process. After gaining the information from the analysis of data, the company has to be quick enough to take advantage of the interest of the customer and their interactions with the brand. Next, employee oppose becoming customer-oriented. Employees think that it is simpler to carry on with conventional transaction marketing than to perform CRM. Effective database marketing will require managing and training employees along with dealers and suppliers. And finally, some customers don't want any connection with the company. Not all customers would be glad of the fact that the company has collected private data about them. The consumers should have the right to not share their information, and online companies should describe their privacy policies. Now let's look at some examples of companies practicing good database marketing. Let's start with the first one, that is Nike. Nike's Fit app. Customers can get their ideal shoe size by clicking a picture on the Nike Fit app and finding a pair for themselves with every style. Nike states that the app uses computer vision, data science, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and recommendation algorithms to measure the full shape of both feet, offering the ability to know your truly perfect fit. Your sizing data is then saved on your Nike Plus profile. This helps you to know the right size wherever you shop the next time. Moving on, the acquisitions in Nike. Nike has acquired deeper insights through acquisitions. Nike acquired a company in 2018 called Zodiac, which leads in data analytics. Through Zodiac, Nike can assemble data points from customers. These data points are collected from Nike app and other devices that are connected like Fitbits. These apps helps in understanding customer habits and in turn predict the purchasing decisions of customers. Nike has upgraded its customer acquisition and retention over time. The analytical insights are used to identify customers, to target them and knowing when to target them. On an average, if a customer buys shoes every 6 months and it's been 12 months since a single purchase had been made, Nike will reach out to the customer and remind them to restart their purchase cycle. And the final strategy from Nike. Earlier called Easy Kicks, Nike has a shoe subscription service for kids which is now called Nike Adventure Club. Nike exploits the fact that kids outgrow their shoes. Nike analytics show the frequency at which the kid needs new shoes and when do parents look to buy them. Kids tend to be brand agnostic, but by removing the pain of going out to buy new shoes, Nike has developed major customer loyalty in the hearts of parents as it makes life easier for them. Moving on to our next example of Amazon Data Lake. The worldwide financial operations team of Amazon has the daunting task of tracking almost petabytes of data. One tiny miscalculation of metric or delay in data collection and calculation can have an impact worth millions of dollars. Keeping in mind the severity of the situation, in 2019, a solution was offered to make a data lake that can hold up one of the largest logistics networks on the planet. This data lake is internally called Galaxy Data Lake. Moving further, after the conception of the Galaxy Data Lake, all different teams are now working on moving their data into it. A data lake is a centralized guarded vault. It lets you stock, administer, locate, and share all of your organized and unorganized data at any scale. Data lakes do not need a predefined schema. This is why raw data can be processed without knowing what insights you might want to explore in the future. Key components of data lake include ingest structured and unstructured data, stores, secures, and protects data at unlimited scale, connects data with analytics and machine learning tools, and catalogs and indexes for analysis without data movement. Moving on to the final example of Domino's. Domino's Data Collection. Talent offers a big data product which is an open source integration software provider for data-driven companies. Domino's has leveraged on this software to build an infrastructure that aggregates data from certain channels. Domino's has various sources through which it collects data, such as the point of sale system, supply chain, other enrichment data sources such as United States Post Services, data related to demographics, and competition data. It is well equipped to do more than a simple sales forecast for the next quarter. Dan Urich is a Vice President of Enterprise Information Services at Domino's. He stated in an interview with Forbes magazine that ordering a pizza isn't a single consumer activity, or at least it shouldn't be in my opinion. According to him, it's a household practice that the entire family takes part in. Moving on, for this very reason, the family or household is critical to customer segmentation. It provides understanding of the essential information such as who's the dominant buyer, who reacts to coupons, and what channel do they use to order with. It helps to better customize the special experience to the customer and grasp any chance that could be available for upselling. So that's it, folks. This brings an end to the topic on customer database and database marketing. These are some of the sources and links referred to for the content in the video. If you've liked the video, do subscribe to our channel. If you want to view these videos in an organized manner, you can visit freecourses.net, where all our videos are arranged in the form of courses. Thank you and see you in the next video.